Welcome to Aviation Aftermath.
On March 27, 1977, the world witnessed the deadliest accident in aviation history. Two fully loaded Boeing 747s collided on a foggy runway in Tenerife, Canary Islands, leaving 583 people dead and forever changing the way we fly. This is the story of the Tenerife Airport disaster, how a series of small mistakes led to a tragedy that shocked the world. How did two of the largest planes ever built end up on a collision course? What went wrong that day, and what lessons did the world learn? Stay with us as we break down the final moments, the causes, and the legacy of Tenerife. It was a Sunday afternoon. Due to a terrorist bombing at Gran Canaria Airport, dozens of flights, including KLM Flight 4805 from Amsterdam, and Pan Am Flight 1736 from Los Angeles, were diverted to the smaller Los Rodeos Airport on Tenerife. The airport quickly became congested, with parked planes blocking the only taxiway. This forced aircraft to taxi on the runway itself, a highly unusual and risky situation. To make matters worse, patches of thick fog rolled across the airfield, reducing visibility to almost zero. Pilots and controllers couldn't see each other, relying solely on radio communication. As the fog thickened, both 747s prepared to depart. KLM's captain, a highly experienced instructor, taxied his plane to the start of the runway. Pan Am was instructed to follow and exit the runway at a specific taxiway, but confusion set in. The Pan Am crew missed their intended exit due to poor visibility and unclear signage. Meanwhile, the KLM crew, eager to depart, misunderstood a garbled radio message. Believing they had takeoff clearance, the KLM captain began his takeoff roll, unaware that Pan Am was still on the runway ahead. Inside the Pan Am cockpit, the crew suddenly saw landing lights emerging from the fog. "There he is! Look at him! God damn, that expletive is coming!" yelled the Pan Am captain. They tried to turn off the runway, but it was too late. The KLM 747's nose lifted. Its main landing gear struck the Pan Am's upper fuselage, and both planes erupted in flames. All 248 people aboard the KLM flight died instantly. On the Pan Am jet, 335 of 396 passengers and crew perished. Miraculously, 61 people survived, escaping through a hole near the left wing, running for their lives as fire engulfed the wreckage. Rescue efforts were hampered by the dense fog and chaos on the ground. The disaster left a deep scar on the aviation community and the families of those lost. The investigation was one of the largest in aviation history, involving experts from Spain, the Netherlands, and the United States. The primary cause was determined to be the KLM captain's mistaken belief that he had received takeoff clearance. But investigators also highlighted a series of contributing factors: miscommunication and ambiguous radio phrases, lack of ground radar at the airport, poor visibility due to fog, and airport congestion with unusual taxi procedures. KLM ultimately accepted responsibility and compensated victims' families. The Tenerife disaster changed aviation forever. Standard phraseology for radio communication became mandatory worldwide, reducing the risk of misunderstandings. Cockpit procedures were overhauled, introducing crew resource management, encouraging all crew members to speak up and challenge decisions if safety is at risk. The captain was no longer considered infallible. Airports adopted ground radar to track aircraft movements, especially in low visibility, and new rules were implemented for runway use and taxiing. Today, the memory of Tenerife serves as a solemn reminder of the importance of clear communication and teamwork in aviation. Out of tragedy came progress, making flying safer for everyone. Thank you for watching. If you found this story compelling, please like, comment, and subscribe for more deep dives into aviation history. What other incidents would you like us to cover? Let us know in the comments below.